Oh, crap. Oops. Hello, strangelings. Welcome back to the parlor. As you guys can see, I forgot to bring my lighter over. Ah. Got my fingers right into the flame, guys. Sorry. Not trying to hurt myself in front of you. I promise. Oh. I was hoping you'd stay going. Maybe I can convince it to continue. Hopefully my fan over here is not too loud because I completely forgot to shut it off. And I'm in it now, so I'm not going to really step out of it just to turn my fan off. Oh, guys, I haven't even moved my teapot yet. Hold on. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Let me get my sage out of the way here. Oh, where'd the other flower? Oh, that's right. Why is it down here? Okay. Had you guys in a really good position last week to be able to see it like that. Oh, perfect. Awesome. I don't have to have it as low as I do normally. Gives me a little bit more space for the cards themselves, guys. Okay, everybody who's seen this already knows what's coming next. So, of course, I'll mute the mic and BRB, guys. Well, I'm still here, but you know what I mean. All of the strange things I do just to make sure I'm not looking at the bead jar itself. I feel like I got something stuck in my feet. Hold on. Okay, I heard at least 3 drops there. Oh, more than 3 drops, and one of them fell on the table. Let me see. Okay, so. What we have so far, we have this, which is this, little green kind of a barbell. It's a straight bar with 2 ball ends, so I'm going to call it a green barbell. We have a blue X, or an X in blue. We also have a second X. So there's 2 X's here. We have a 4, and we have a 5. Just knocking my beads around. It's alright, guys. So, green barbell, blue X, X, 4, and 5. So if that's something that resounds in your head as something familiar, this may be your reading. No collective readings here. I know I say it almost every single time, but say it for a reason. It's important to note. In my 43 years of doing card reading, collective readings is an extremely new thing for me. It's kind of like the dancing sickness of tarot, really. Someone said it, then a couple more people said it, and now everybody acts like it's true. We never thought that anyone's destiny was collectively entwined with any other person's, let alone groups. Because it's not true. We're not on different timelines and the same soul or whatnot. People on the internet who are saying, this message is actually from you because I'm actually you, because we are the same person, because we are one soul. Oh, darn it, it did go out. Well, give me a moment, guys. I've done my shuffling and I've done my cutting. Let me make sure that this thing gets back. Need this thing to give us that good scent, you know? Okay, so our base reading. Let's see what the cards have to say. These over here for right now, just in case. My tea is still quite warm. Oh, speaking of my tea, while I am digesting what the cards are saying to me, see what I've done there? Let me go ahead and take this out so that I can have some tea soon. Now, my tea kettle gets hotter than my mug warmer, which is fine. I'm kind of like that fact, because that means that my tea steeps at a very hot temperature and pulls all of the goodness out, as well as fuses the honey and lemon that I put in this time. I literally put in two pieces of lemon that I had cut in half to make sure that the juice actually comes completely out in the tea. And I drizzled some honey in there too. As you guys know, it's been the air quality. I just looked up at my monitor and it said air quality alert right at me. The air quality in the place I'm living is getting on toxic. Literally, I got a message from the news app on my phone about protecting my lungs. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I have sensitivities. That was a general warning, right? And unfortunately, apparently we're under a double heat dome. Because the heat dome we had this spring wasn't enough. Now we have two heat domes over top of us. And, of course, I'm also heat sensitive. So, I'm having a whale of a time, I'm telling you. So I decided to put both honey and lemon into my tea today, so that I hopefully get some more benefits from that. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is starting out. the person I'm talking to, you are someone who, as a knave of the world, had gone through extremely bad hardships. Now, this may be okay, so a little bit of history. Pages, or knight errands, or so on and so forth. Well, knight errands were a little different back in the Renaissance and earlier, but not very. They were, I believe, kind of one step up from a page, right? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. So there is an order of nobility that existed back then. So there was, when we talk about tiered societies or class/caste systems, we've been absolutely admired. We have been, pardon me guys, let me, hold on. Oh, it's hot, but it's worth it. Oh, sorry guys. So, as I was saying, we have been mired in these tier-based systems for thousands of years. But when pages and knights were an actual normal, they were everywhere kind of thing, at that time we had a very, very strict hierarchy. And a page was generally a boy. And when I say generally a boy, he was literally a boy. Pages could be as young as 5 years old. A parent or parents could essentially contract their 5-year-old son to a knight as, you know, basically his servant, really. Essentially, the idea is that this boy learns how to be a knight, being a page of this knight. And sometimes it went well and sometimes it didn't. So that's kind of, I tell you guys all this not because I'm confused as to which channel I'm on right now. I tell you this because this feels like someone who had childhood trauma. Sorry, guys. Just like last week, I will be probably muting this out a lot. Last week was difficult. So, as I say, I perceive this as you are someone who experienced severe childhood trauma. And this would be childhood trauma without, I mean, not in you, not psychological. This was things that were happening in your life, caused by others externally. And while you were in this position, you learned within yourself to become your own ray of sunshine. Become the thing that drives you to wake up in the morning. So on and so forth. All the great things that the sun actually does provide. Being said by somebody who is extremely sensitive to almost everything the sun provides. But, you became your own sunshine. You found the means to create, but not only create, start to identify the things that make you happy, the things that bring you that sunshine in the world, so that you no longer really felt in this Page of Swords, naive and hurting position. And this brought you to essentially the Knight of Wands, which means that yes, you still had woes happening. Non-material woes, as well as psychological woes, especially. Yes, I just had to pull my glasses down like an old lady. The person in this card today feels more emotionless in the face, so perhaps you are experiencing also a bit of a numbness when it comes to experiencing all of this of the world. And if so, understand that happens. Numbness means that you've gone through a lot, and that a lot has put your body into a healing cycle, and so therefore turned off the various nerves so that you don't have to feel what's going on so much. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is this is kind of both a heads up and a reassurance, looks like to me. So of course we have this, which is feeling great defeat. Feeling great defeat as if you might not be able to see the sun. And remember, you've been making your own sun. You've been finding the things that bring you joy on your own. You've been making your own joy. But you are back in hardship. You probably have been in hardship the whole time. It's a lesser hardship, but it is still hardship. So you probably have gotten to a point where it feels like it's never ending. So you're feeling like you might never see the sun, like you are defeated. Like this sun that you make for yourself is not the real sun, and the real sun might be something you never see. But someone or something is coming in. This is old growth abundance. This is something that has been cooking for a while. This is, like I say, someone or something coming in with this thing that has grown enough to help you with. And for some reason, this snail here on the ground right here. Let me see if I can get it close enough you can see it. It's popping out to me, that little snail. It feels like it's been very slow going, like it might never come. And so it is. That's probably why you feel like you've been defeated, like you're probably never going to see the sun. You've been, with that page, feeling it gives me, you've been at this for your whole life. You've been trying. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me just a moment, guys. I am so sorry. I forgot to deal with my phone before I did these cards. Hold on. Let me... He can message me all he wants, but you guys won't have to hear him if I turn the phone off. Going to... Give me a second, guys. I'm going to get that back off because I'm going to be distracted by it if I don't. Okay. Before I even read what he said. So, versely, you've been in this state for long enough that you're likely at a position where you feel like it's the only place. Like, maybe you were mistaken by the idea that things were getting better, that you could actually positive think things away or whatnot. And something just popped out at me as I was saying that, by the way. Note that this is clothing much more and almost identical to the page, not the knight. So this tells me that this defeated feeling is more of an echo of this page feeling. So it's not just that you're feeling defeated. It's that your efforts to bring yourself the sun. My eyes have been bothering me for a couple days, guys. It's probably also air quality because, you know, I don't do drops and stuff. I've been drinking enough, and so I know it's not a moisture issue. So I think my eyes are literally dirty. Anyway, away from my issues. So it almost feels like not only are you feeling defeated, it feels like you're feeling like you are back in that page position, like you hadn't worked hard enough and leveled your abilities, or whatever you want to call it, you know. It's hard to figure out what to say about it, but it's even harder because of all the weird phrases they have for it now in the spiritual community. But essentially, you have worked hard to try sorry about that. Essentially, you have worked hard to try to become this, what you see as a better version of yourself, this Knight of Wands, as opposed to being a Page of Swords. You see this as a step up from what you were before, and you had made a way for you to start feeling happiness again, or in general, maybe. You made a way for your happiness to start coming through, and so you stepped up, you did the work to become a knight, you did the work to kind of slough off some of those issues you were having. Excuse me. Oh my. My stomach has not been good to me in the last 24 hours, so... Don't mind the burps, please. Anyhow. But in stepping up, in bettering yourself, in, you know, achieving a higher goal, a higher purpose, this wasn't satisfying for you. And so you're coming into the feeling of defeat, of lack, of why is it so hard? How long do I have to struggle? You know, you're facing that sky cracking to start to see the sun, but even then, it's so hard because you have all these swords in your spine. And those could be people stabbing you in the back. Those could be situations not working out in your favor. But there is old growth abundance coming in. Slow as it may have felt, there's going to be not only abundance, but that falcon on her hand. You're going to have a champion helping you with resource. This may be a person or event as far as the card itself, but there is also going to be a champion for sure who is going to come in and do what they can to help you with resource. And they are going to be putting in the fight. Your falcon is going to be fighting as hard as possible to ensure that they are doing the right thing for you and helping you to reach the goal you're trying to reach. Celebration. I really don't feel like I absolutely need to get any more from here or any other deck right now. So I'll just go ahead and do the confirmation cards. And assuming I don't see anything that makes me think that I need to see anything else, I think this might be just a short read, guys. Well, it might not be a short read, but it's light on the cards. These are my toss cards. Of course, I don't have to cut them, but I do it anyway. It's just my habit. Where did you want to go? This, There's no far or near, so okay. I was going to say, if there's a far or near, that is about as far as you could have gotten from the person I'm reading for. The person I'm reading for is always the flower line. Okay. And it would seem that the flower line is representing a gentleman, so this is definitely a man. So, so this person coming, or this person or event coming in, this falcon, I'm not sure. The fates are celebrating, but that really doesn't tell me. You know, it doesn't really matter for me. The event or person coming in, and then the falcon coming in, whether they're male, female. The person I'm talking to is masculine. Whether you are male or female, as you already know, Bohemian gypsies never believed in straight male or straight female in the first place. We always believed that everyone is a mix. So, we start our confirmation cards with number 14. The rider is a sure sign of good news, unless alongside 6, 8, 11, or 13. It's good news. There's none of those, so this one was the next one. And it's 52, Shepherd. Indicates an intense love of life and strong fellowship feeling. We've had this a few times. And then number 19. Sorry, guys. Number 19. This card represents the gentleman whose fortune is being told, and all other cards affect to a degree in accordance to their relative proximity. So, essentially this card, when in a reading, trumps the whole flower line. However, none of these had anything to do with proximity, so we don't have to worry about that. When a gentleman's fortune is being told. Number 18 has no significance in the layout. So, that means, of course, there are two cards. There's the gentleman card, and if we pull out 18, oh, it's not actually far off. And if we pull out 18, that is... This card represents the lady whose fortune is being told. And same thing, except for that 19 has no significance in the layout then. You see why I said it's definitely a male presence that I'm reading for. A male entity. Now, of course, I put the Bell Bedlams away. I put the Bell Bedlams away after I shuffled. You guys saw how I did it. The same way I always do it. I make sure I shuffle thoroughly in front of you. I make sure these cards do not leave your sight. In fact, at the moment, you guys can see where these cards are going. because of the way my cameras are currently set up. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. And we have the High Priestess. Then we have the Knight of Swords. All working to make a better life. Poor Justice with their strengths. Those were the next two. Now, of course, you guys know I don't take that as part of the reading, but it is an interesting development, is it not? Well, anyhow, guys, I am going to leave this reading here. I think this really says all it needs to say at the moment. You know, just hang on. The other thing I felt with these two cards here, specifically, at first was that, that this feels too good to be true. But the fates tell you to celebrate because it is not. So, there's also that. But there is a falcon that is coming to be your champion. So, be on the lookout for your life to go exactly how you wanted it to go. Exactly how you were hoping for it to go. It might not look quite the same as you thought it was going to look. But whatever does, you know? Rarely in life do we see everything play out the way we planned it and look exactly how we assumed those plans would look. So, believe me, I can tell you all about that, guys. Alright, well, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I think that this is pretty much exactly what needed to be said. I don't think there's anything left to say in it. So, of course, without further ado, don't forget, doesn't matter who you are, I love you. Take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video.